It doesn't take long until you are introduced to the word agile in project management. It's a term you're going to hear time and time again. It may even be that your organization is actively using it. Nevertheless, the term agile is something, as a project manager, you really need to know and understand. But you are likely aware of this already, and chances are that's why you are here. So in today's video, I am going to help you completely understand Agile. We'll be covering what it is, the benefits and drawbacks of using it, how Agile differs and compares to other project management methodologies, what projects Agile is typically best for and also least suited for, and perhaps most importantly, whether or not you should be using Agile for your projects. So we're going to begin by looking at what Agile is. So imagine you are planning a road trip across the country. Instead of setting your route definitively, you decide to choose your next destination each day, adapting based on weather, your interests, your experiences, and how you generally feel. This flexible, responsive planning is akin to Agile Project Management. It allows teams to adjust their path, incorporate feedback, and optimize the journey as they progress, ensuring the final outcome is as effective and as enjoyable as possible. In other words, Agile is a project management methodology that emphasizes flexibility, iterative progress through small, manageable increments, and continual feedback to better meet the evolving needs of a project and project stakeholders. So what are the main benefits of using Agile project management methodology? Well, firstly, you benefit from increased flexibility. So Agile allows teams to adapt to changes quickly and efficiently, making it ideal for projects with evolving requirements. Next, there's increased collaboration because Agile encourages constant communication between team members and stakeholders, fostering better outcomes and innovations along the way. You'll typically be faster to market, so iterative cycles and continuous improvements enable quicker delivery of functional components or products. There is usually enhanced customer satisfaction because frequent reviews and adjustments based on feedback ensure the final product meets customer needs and expectations, and they are kept up to date accordingly. Agile methodology helps to reduce risks because the regular iterations and evaluations help identify and mitigate risks as they arise and early in the project lifecycle. And then you have the fact that Agile or projects that are run with Agile facilitate continuous improvement. So Agile promotes a culture of ongoing development and optimization, leading to higher quality results over time. So what projects is the Agile methodology best suited for? Software development projects do very well with Agile. Agile is ideal for these kind of projects where rapid technology changes and frequent updates are common. They require adaptability and quick iterations. For instance, developing a mobile app where features may need to be adjusted based on user feedback and emerging technologies during the development process. Creative and innovative projects can benefit from Agile too. So marketing campaigns or new product developments where ideas evolve based on market feedback and trends. And then projects with uncertain requirements do well with Agile as well. So these kind of initiatives where the final product or goal isn't clearly defined from the outset. This allows for flexibility in scope and execution. So for instance, initiating a startup's first product where the concept and market fit may evolve as customer insights and competitive landscapes develop. So they are the pros. What about the cons? Well, Agile typically has a high resource intensity. So Agile requires significant time and effort from all team members, which can be demanding and straining on resources. Less predictability. So the flexible nature of Agile can make it harder to predict final costs and project completion dates. There is the risk of scope creep. So without careful management, the scope of the project can expand indefinitely due to continuous iterations. Agile also requires experienced and knowledgeable teams. So the effective implementation of Agile needs teams that are highly collaborative and adaptable. At the same time, large teams can struggle with Agile purely because coordinating Agile processes can be challenging in large teams or distributed groups. Agile is also dependent on stakeholder engagement. So success is highly reliant on active participation from all stakeholders, which can be difficult to maintain and manage. So in terms of the projects that Agile is least suited for, large-scale infrastructure projects, such as constructing a highway or a dam, where changes to the scope are logistically challenging and costly once construction has begun, as an example. Highly regulated projects typically do not do well with Agile, like developing pharmaceutical products or financial services software, where strict regulatory compliance demands extensive upfront planning and documentation. And then any project that requires sequential progression. For example, aerospace engineering projects where components must be designed and tested in a strict sequence to ensure safety and functionality. So with this all in mind, should you be using the Agile Project Management methodology on your projects? Firstly, assess your project requirements and the volatility. So consider Agile if your project involves elements that are likely to change, such as technology development or consumer-driven products. Next, you want to evaluate team size and structure. Agile works best with small, cross-functional teams that can collaborate closely and communicate frequently. Consider your stakeholder involvement. Agile requires active participation from all stakeholders, so ensure that your project environment can support this level of engagement. Analyze the need for flexibility. Use Agile if the project benefits from regular reviews and the ability to pivot quickly based on feedback or new information. You also want to determine the level of complexity. So Agile is particularly effective for projects where complex problems need to be solved creatively and incrementally. You want to review your regulatory constraints. If your project operates under stringent regulatory controls requiring detailed upfront documentation, Agile might not be the best fit. You also want to check for existing workflow compatibility. Agile may require significant changes to existing workflows and processes. Ensure your organization is adaptable enough to implement these changes effectively. So with this in mind, what are some other project management methodologies that you can consider to run your projects? Well, alternatives to Agile include Waterfall for projects with fixed requirements and hybrid methodologies like Scrumban. Prince2 and Lean offer structure yet adaptable frameworks focusing on governance and efficiency, respectively, suitable for various project environments. So take a look at these different methodologies. I actually do have a separate video on Waterfall. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below if you did want to check it out. That's the other kind of common project management methodology, and that's one that I would absolutely consider taking a look at and learning more about. Nevertheless, do your research on all of these as they may be suitable for you. So, just some other important points to make on Agile. Agile is all about iterative development, so it breaks projects down into smaller, manageable units called iterations or sprints. And these allow for incremental development and frequent reassessment. So the term there, iteration, or the term sprint, are terms you're going to need to know. User-centric approach. So Agile emphasizes user feedback and real-world testing to ensure the end product aligns closely with customer needs and expectations. Daily stand-ups. So these are essentially short daily meetings to update team members on progress and discuss immediate tasks and obstacles. This fosters transparency and accountability, but there is obviously a lot of work involved with having these daily stand-up meetings. Lastly, cross-functional teams. So Agile relies on teams that include members with various expertise, and it requires a lot of collaboration across different disciplines to enhance problem solving and innovation. So make sure that your organization can support that. So that is Agile Project Management methodology. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback about this video or Agile or anything that I've discussed, drop them down below. Best of luck with Agile if you decide to pursue it. And with that said, best of luck, and I hope you have an excellent day.